Testing to the hip hop, the hit to the hip hop. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to Roger That, episode 2, with your host, Roger Lopez. What is good? Thank you guys for tuning in again. Hope you guys liked that last episode. It was all about, crazy shit, as it always is. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually believe after that episode that dinosaurs aren't real, but I'm sure that at least one of you guys is at least thinking, maybe they aren't. And they're not real, but you know what? Fuck it, man. Today, what I came to talk about is the nitty-gritty, man. So the system has kept us away from, being together, right? So, man, you know what? Racism is bullshit, because why? It was placed on us by the fucking elites so we can fight amongst each other as the poor people. See, that's why we need to come together as poor people and fucking run out these elite motherfuckers. Or not run out. Look, I'm not gonna lower myself to their tactics, killing people, all that shit. All right, maybe a little. Cause look, man, Malcolm X did say, in the face of the most violent people, the United States government and everything it stands for, and all the racism, in the face of all these motherfuckers, we also need to come right back at them with some fucking full force motherfucking shit. And that's why they killed Malcolm X. And then Martin Luther King was like, yo, peaceful protest. And that's cool as shit, man. That's cool as shit. And you know what? It's even cooler because he was fucking about to get everybody together, man. 3 weeks before he died, man, he was about to do a coalition of the working class or the poor people or the proletariat. He was about to do what big governments don't want anybody to do, which is not forget about our skin color, forget about the race, not really forget about it, but just think about how together we are by being poor, because all of us in the end are getting fucked by shit, man. The government, the systems in place, and the local governments, especially the local governments, because as a federal government, man, all we did, well, I didn't do shit, man. All our bullshit founding fathers did, all they motherfucking did was write some bullshit laws that benefited them, man. They didn't write it for no fucking black people. They didn't write it for no fucking Mexicans, no fucking Indians, no Native Americans. You know what I'm saying, man? They fucking ruined all our lives systematically. And then they were like, all right, man, so this is the law of the federal, right? But you states, you guys can do what you want too, man. And that's cool. That's cool, especially in California for a while when it was medical marijuana, So California was like, yeah, on the federal level, this shit's Schedule 1. It's worse than cocaine. But we're still going to fucking do this because we're a state. And in that way, the state power being, having what it has is cool. But in the sense where it was all right, the federal government just didn't give a fuck about minorities. And the state was like, all right, we really don't give a fuck about minorities. And they implemented even fucked up. They implemented some Jim Crow fucking all this systematic bullshit, segregation, to keep fucking minorities down, man. After these motherfuckers came and took all the land, man. Look, man, our founding fathers were pieces of shit. Every fucking European that came from fucking Europe was an outcast of Europe. Because imagine this, man. Imagine if you live comfortably in your society, you have a fucking family, you have a future in front of you, you got a job, you have a means of upward mobility. If somebody came to you and was like, yo, man, you want to go fucking start a new life over here in in the bumfucking nowhere? You'd be like, no, why the fuck would I do that, man? I have my relatives, my grandparents, my everything here. Why the fuck would I leave? But you know who would fucking leave? Let's say you go to Skid Row over here in downtown Los Angeles and you see a cracked out bum fucking doing heroin, the works, everything, and you tell him, hey, man, there's this new land, we can go see what's up and start a new life. They're going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, bro, where can I sign up, man? Immediately they're going to want to fucking get up on the train. Because why the fuck wouldn't they? They got nothing to lose. So the founding fathers and all the Europeans that came over here that settled in the fucking Americas, that was already inhabited motherfuckers. They moved in. They fucking immigrated to this fucking country when there was already the Sioux, the Cherokees, the fucking Apaches, the fucking so on. There's a grip of these beautiful, beautiful people that were already here. And then they had civilizations, man. The fucking where am I? Where my people from? Fucking over here in Mexico. We had like fucking the Mayan Empire, the Zapotecs. We had the most famous one, the Aztecs. We had the Mixtecs. There's like fucking a grip of these empires, civilizations. Like they had conquered other. It was like a group. It was like a network. And how dare these Europeans who are fucking cracked out whores, cracked out fucking degenerates, how dare they come over here and say, oh man, we're here to civilize the rest of you. We came here to civilize the rest of you. And when we get taught this shit in school, we get taught that these fucking indigenous people had no way of life, that they were just fucking living like vicarious, fucking freely. Yeah, they were living freely and it was great, motherfucker, but they had a structure to the life that let them live that freely. And the structure that was being placed on them, which is the fucking bombardment of Christianism, the bombardment of killing their culture, the fucking bombardment of fucking stealing their land by fucking giving them whiskey and making them sign treaties they don't understand. It's ridiculous how fucking these Europeans have the audacity to come into this fucking beautiful land and say they came to civilize. No, you were the uncivilized. We were the civilized. I say we, man, because I feel like I'm back to where I'm supposed to be. Southern California, supposedly, if you do some research, it's called Aztlan, man. Aztlan is like the main group of motherfuckers, the main people that went down to southern Mexico that did start those tribes I had mentioned before, like the Aztecs, the Zapotecs, the Mayans, the Mixtecs, so on and so forth. So supposedly I'm back where I'm supposed to be, and it's great, man. My parents fucking had to immigrate here. They had to basically come back to where we were already fucking from illegally. And then they got, then I popped out, what's up with the citizenship, because this shit is retarded. Even though I grew up with a bunch of homies who were like fucking same age as me growing up the whole time, K through 12, and then they're not fucking legal. They don't get like their college paid for like I do, because look, I get my college paid for, man. This university, all this season shit, man. I don't understand when like people on TV were like, yeah, I'm putting this towards your college fund, yeah, man. And then I hear like they're going into debt like 30, 40, 50, $100,000. I'm like, where the fuck do you guys come out of debt like that, man? This shit is free for me. My parents never once thought about a college fund growing up, man. They were like, what the fuck? They just assumed like that I was just gonna fucking get it for free, maybe. They didn't even know I was gonna get it for free, man. They were just surprised I got it for free. And then when I got money on top of that, I was ecstatic, man. I was like, they're gonna give me money to pay for my books, etc., and my whole tuition. And then I've been going to school for a little minute now, and it's just now that I'm realizing why I'm getting this fucking federal grant money. And it is because my people's land was taken from us by these motherfucking federales that were up here in the United States that fucking started these wars with the fucking Mexican people that were already here, that didn't want no beef, that were already comfortable with fucking living their life. Hey, America, you stay over there. Fuck your manifest destiny. Manifest these nuts in your mouth, man, or this nut in this occasion. Manifest this big-ass nut in your mouth, because fuck manifest destiny. You had no right to come over here and take this land. You just infiltrated like you did in Texas, and you just... Fuck Texans, man. Texas, fuck cowboys, man. If you a cowboy, you stole the culture from fucking Mexicans already there, man. Mexicans have been cowboys wrangling fucking horses and doing all that nitty gritty for fucking hundreds of years. And you motherfuckers come out with King of the Hill and think you're hot shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. King of the Hill is a shit, though. The point stands, though, man. There's been a whole lot of fucking identity crisis with these Europeans always trying to put their fucking hands on everybody's culture and then saying that, oh, this is our culture. It's culture appropriation, and it's done by people with no identity, because these people are fucking scum and left their place. Because look, man, I shouldn't have to fucking say I'm a Mexican American, man. I should just have to say I'm a Mexican. Yeah, I'm fucking American. I'm speaking English and I'm fucking here in the United States, man. Who gives a fuck if I'm from there or from here? Where it matters that I'm already fucking here talking to you. I'm Mexican. Who gives a fuck about the American part? African American. Who the fuck gives a fuck about the American part in that? Man, this is just systematic bullshit, because these Europeans, they just call themselves American. These white Europeans just call themselves American. Fuck that, man. We're Americans. You motherfuckers are German American, Irish American, Poland American, Hungarian American, all the European countries, Italian American, French American, fucking British American. All you motherfuckers are mutts without fucking culture or identity because you guys are outcasts of your motherfucking cities. Why do you think Australia is such a piece of shit? Nah, I'm just kidding, man. Shout out to John Wayne Parr, man. He's a shit, man. John Wayne Parr is one of the best Muay Thai boxers of all motherfucking time. He's from Australia. So is Margaret Hunt's out of Australia or New Zealand. Either way, those islands are cool, man. Because you know what? Even though they were bred by fucking degenerate fucking outcasts of prisons over in Europe, they did breed badass fighters. So you know what? There's a whole lot of racism here though, out in Australia. I also hear there's like not a single black person, or I bet not a single Mexican. So I'm definitely good on that 16-hour fucking plane ride, man. Fuck that. I can just take a 3.5 hour to Mexico City, fucking go see these pyramids, man. Feel like I fucking gained like 2-3 years when I'm at the top of the fucking Temple of the Sun. You gotta go to the places where they roll heads off, man. Alright, you know what? There's some crazy shit that my civilization was doing when I talk about that. We were rolling heads off, to like killing 3 billion kinds of people in a day, taking their hearts out. But who's to say, you know what? Oh my God, I'm starting to realize this. You know why they did that? That really does work for cloud seeding. Because if you think about what we're doing right now for cloud seeding, which is geoengineering, where we can manipulate the environment, which is manipulate the weather. Right now, we're injecting chemtrails into the sky, which is aerosol, which is like iodines and whatever other chemical compounds. So we're spraying that into the air. You see them all the time. If you look up in the sky, there are streaks in the sky. And scientists will be like, oh, man, that happens. It's natural condensation from these jets. Wrong, bro. I've been to Santa Monica fucking airport a bunch of times. Not personally, like, on the property, because I'm not, like, white and, like, you know, no, I'm just joking. That doesn't mean you have to be white. But I'm just saying, if you look into the log records and all the people who I've talked to who have ever been there have been white. And not a single minority has ever told me they've actually been there. But all the minorities that I do know have said my story, which is they've been chilling outside where the gate's at, where the park is connected to, and you can put, like, you don't got to put a quarter, but you can watch it through the little binoculars they have there. The point is these motherfuckers are not naturally condensating, because if that were the case, over Santa Monica Airport, you have streaks of fucking, you have these white chemtrail streaks all over the fucking above Santa Monica Airport, and you would have it above Inglewood. But why do you see it in like fucking like bum fucking nowhere places, or not even bum fucking nowhere places? I'm over here at Seaside and I see it every day. So these motherfuckers are spraying the air with like fucking aerosol, and this aerosol is being used to create motherfucking rain and or whatever other conditions. I bet. Nah, I think it's mostly rain. I think that's what they're doing. They're creating rain somehow. Not somehow. They're fucking doing it through the cloud seeding. And then if you look on Forbes.com, China, if you look on Forbes.com, how, you tell me, how credible is Forbes.com, man? If their source of the 100 billionaires is any worth of shit, then this should be what I'm about to tell you is worth of shit. On Forbes.com, they have said that China is going to control the weather across a landmass the size of Alaska. That China is going to control the weather across the same landmass equivalent to Alaska. Alaska is big as fuck. And China has the ability to motherfucking control the weather across the entire fucking thing. Why are they doing it? Because it's connected to where they get all their fucking water from. It's connected to Yemen somehow. The water flows from that area where they're controlling the weather at, and then they're going to make some good fucking water for their people. China is being an OG right now. China is literally working. Look, I'm not going to get too much in China. I'm already veering off the fucking point. Chemtrails, we see them all the time. It's geoengineering. Back to my people. So look, the fucking Aztec warriors, the Aztec people were getting sacrificed. The Aztecs, the Maya, everybody, all these fucking indigenous fucking old school populations, civilizations were doing this. They were sacrificing like fucking 10,000 people in a day or some shit, man. I might be making that up. Might be 500, but 500 is still a lot, man. Either way, it's a lot of people getting their hearts cut off at the top of the Temple of the Sun in Mexico City, man. So 500 years ago, there was like a line of these motherfuckers getting their heart cut off. So if you really think about it, when they're at the top of the Temple of the Sun, you're at the peak of like the whole fucking land around you for the next temple, basically, which is fucking miles, like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 miles. So you're at the tip top point of this shit. So the what we have in our bodies are just chemicals, man. If you look it up, man, if you ever watched that one show where the kid tries to bring back his brother back to life by getting all the chemicals and putting him into a body armor. I forgot. Full Metal Alchemist, I think it's called. So basically, we have chemicals in our body, man. So what if what the Aztecs were doing was taking out the hearts, all that? When you do that 500 times, the chemicals that we produce out of our hearts, like all the adrenaline, must be some primo chemicals, go into the air, and eventually you do it enough times that you cause rain. And by causing rain, you feed like 1 million to 2 billion, not that many, but 2 million, 3, 4, 5, 65 million of your civilians. So you sacrifice 500, which it is their God-given like fucking right and like duty to sacrifice for the community. So you give these people the idea that they're doing this, because when you really think about it, they probably were really cloud seeding. This is some old school techniques of cloud seeding that's really fucked up if we think about it. But then if you really think about it, the fucking Spanish ended up killing like 60 million of us. So what's really more fucked up? Us killing 500 so we can fucking make it work for the rest of the 2 million? Or these fucking dirty ass Spanish outcasts coming and killing 65 million? Fuck the Spanish conquistadores. Spanish people, I don't know. I met a few, man. They've all been cool, so I can't talk too much shit. Because remember, it's not about like racism. It's not about it's not about racism. It's not about like fucking what the oppressors is trying to push down on us. It's about us coming together as a working class, right? Doesn't matter you're Spanish, Bulgarian, Nicaraguan, African American, fucking Italian, French, Russian, Chinese, Malaysian, Taiwanese, Australian, fucking Antarctican, fucking Mongolian, Asian, all the Asian people, Japan, where One Piece is from, all that good shit, Dragon Ball Z. I don't give a fuck, man. All that matters is that we are the working class, we are the proletariat. We need to come together and make this coalition happen that Dr. Martin Luther King wanted to happen. He invited the top Chicano, top Mexican motherfuckers to come and invite their people, which is my people, to come join this coalition that Martin Luther King was doing for the working class, the motherfucking proletariat, the poor people, man. We were going to all come together, and that was going to be the rally that changed everything. That was going to be the protest, the coalitions. That was going to be not only black people, but white people, but fucking Mexicans especially, man, but fucking everybody, man. We're going to have all the colors under the rainbow. And then they ganked Martin Luther King fucking a few weeks before he gave, before we started the coalition. And then ever since then, it's been a little to shit, man. But that's why we need to come together. We can't forget, fuck the Kardashians, the show don't mean shit, man. Fuck, football's cool now, but don't let it distract you that it's all a farce, low key, man. All sports might be just a big game, just so we can be distracted and not really give a fuck about in my case, the fucking United States government coming after our jugular, because man, these motherfuckers caused 9/11. They did a whole lot of shit, but this podcast is coming to an end real soon, man. I only have this space. Not sure if I said that in the beginning. I'm a little faded for a little bit. Came in here to record a quick one. I'm having the homie Darren Davis on for this Thursday, so tune in for that. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about yet, but the homie Darren Davis is fucking hilarious, man. You can follow him at King D City. You can also follow my previous guest, the homie, the Goon, Niles Abston, at the Niles Abston Show, where again we talked about cool shit like the dinosaurs not being real and the Ja Rule Festival, the Fire Festival, being a complete fucking bullshit farce. So we hit it nice and crack-a-lacking on a few chords. You guys are great. I talked some good shit. Remember, power to the people, man. The government ain't shit without us. We are the people. We are the reason why these motherfuckers are in power. We are the reason why they have money in the first place that they can rob from us, because we pay taxes, man. If we stop paying taxes, these motherfuckers would have no money to steal from us, man. You know what's the motherfucker? Our defense budget is through the roof. And you know what, bro? I don't see any of that money being used for fucking bettering the people, man. Do you? Nah, I don't, man. All I know is that they just keep making guns that I never see, that most of these soldiers never get equipped with, because I know the homie Jeff Carsalas, he was over in fucking... The homie Jeff Carsalas was a part of the 1st Platoon Marine Recon Battalion, 1st Recon, to fucking go down to Iraq, man. He was the first motherfuckers to go down to Iraq, man. I forgot who Dick Cheney talked about him. He was like, yeah, man, I wouldn't have sent anybody else, man. We had the SEALs, we had the Rangers, but you know what? We trained these motherfuckers for the last 6 months. Reality, some of them only trained 2 months, like the homie. And they just went out there to fucking go kill some jihadis, man. And I'm not trying to be racist there, man, but they really did go down there to just kill a bunch of the civilians. Because if you look at the movie or the HBO documentary series Generation X, which is based on Jeff Carsalas' platoon, and he appears on like episode 7 or some shit, and his like real sergeant Eric Coker was on like the fucking, he was like playing himself as a sergeant. So if you watch that, you see a lot of civilian death. So I asked Jeff after, man, like what's the difference between like that show and like what you really saw out there? And he told me like that show got a good deal of like the feel for it, but it didn't get nearly enough of the civilian deaths, because there was like maybe a few scenes where they killed some real people. In reality, there was 90% of the fucking scenes that should have been them killing regular civilians. And it's fucked up, man, but it's war, man. If it weren't for these badass motherfuckers, I wouldn't be here talking about that shit right now. So fucking salute the troops, man. Proud of the people. We're the empire, but fuck it, because I'm here and I'm enjoying these liberties. But eventually, you know, we're all going to come together, you know, become the rebels, because we can't do this alone. We need to come together, all these war motherfuckers. Because look, man, the thing is that the National Guards are pieces of shit, man. When the people get real strong, the police and the National Guards are bullshit. And then when it gets real serious, man, they'll send out fucking the army, and then we're really fucked. But the way we combat that is by making sure that these people in the police force, the National Guards, and the Army, the Marines, the fucking Air Force, the Navy, we make sure that all these motherfuckers know that you're playing, and we're all playing for the same team, to better the lives of our family, man. Not to better the lives of a few families. That's the distinction. We're here to better the lives of all families, not just the select few that privilege themselves above the rest of us because of their wealth. Fuck the elite. Fuck the uber wealthy. Long live fucking Zapata, and long live Fred Hampton. Rest in peace.